Polynomials SAT Part 3. Factoring quadratic equations. Let's say we have x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. First, you look at the negative 5 here. You will take out the factors of negative 5. So whether it's negative 5 and positive 1 or it's 5 and negative 1. There is no any other factor of negative 5. Okay, so the first here negative 5 and positive 1, if we add them, they are negative 4, and 5 and negative 1, therefore 4 is the same as 4 here. So this is the one we choose. So we'll take the factors of this number and see if they add up to give us this number. That's how we factor the quadratic equation. So these are the two factors. So we have x plus 5 and x minus 1. We took these two factors here, and x plus 5 and x minus 1. So it's whether it's x plus 5 equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have x equal negative 5 or x equal 1. These are the solutions to this equation. Okay, we have 4x squared minus 8x minus 12. Okay, we can take the highest common factor here, the greatest common factor. We can take 4 as a common factor, so we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. So we'll look at the factors of negative 3 and see if they add up to give us negative 2. So the factors of negative 3, they are negative 3 and negative 1, and negative 3 and positive 1. So 3 and negative 1 will give us 2, positive 2. Negative 3 and 1 will give us negative 2, the same as the negative 2 here. So this is our two factors here. We'll take them. So it's x minus 3 and x plus 1. So it's whether x minus 3 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x here is equal to 3 and x here is equal to negative 1. Question 1. X squared plus x minus 12. Okay, they want the solution and want it bigger than 0. Okay, so x squared plus x minus 12. Let's see the factors of negative 12. It's negative 12 and 1, negative 11, not 1, 12 and negative 1, 11, no, not 1, 4 and negative 3, 1. This is the one here. So we have x plus 4 and x minus 3 equal to 0. So whether it's x plus 4 equal to 0 or x minus 3 equal to 0, so here is x equal negative 4 and here x is equal to 3. So they say they want the solution, A is the solution to the equation, A is greater than 0. So this is the one here. 3 is greater than 0 but 4 is smaller than 0. Question 2. Which of the following lists all the solution to the quadratic equation x multiply x plus 2 equal 8. Okay, first we will break this bracket. So we have x will be multiplied by x and multiplied by 2. So we have x squared plus 2x equal 8. Still it's not in the standard form. Send the 8 before the equal, it will be negative 8. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, we will take the factors of negative 8. So the factors of negative 8 is negative 8 and positive 1, negative 8 and negative 1, no, 4 and negative 2, it's 2. So this 2 here is the 2 here. So these are our factors here. So we have x plus 4 and x minus 2 equal to 0. So whether it's x equal to negative 4 or x equal to 2. This is the answer here. Okay, which of the following is the solution to the quadratic equation x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0? Okay, let's take it here. You have x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. Let's see the factors of 9. It's 9 and positive 1. It's 10. No. Negative 9 and negative 1. Negative 10. No, not 6. Okay, 3 and 3, they're 6. They add up to give us 6. So this here is our factors. So we have x plus 3 and x plus 3, or x plus 3 squared. So x is equal to negative 3. So this is the correct answer here. Question 4. The difference between a number and its square is 72. What is the number? Okay, a number and its square. So let's say we have x squared minus x equals 72. Okay, but not yet. It's not in the standard form yet. So we have x squared minus x minus 72 equals 0. Okay, now we can start. And by the way, I don't know why, but I love 72. I don't know why, but I love 72. Okay. It comes a lot in the quadratic, quadratic questions. They use 72 a lot. Okay, let's see here the factors of negative 72. 72 and negative 1. Oh, 71. No, not negative 1. So not our answer here. Okay, 9 and negative 8. 1, not negative 1. Okay, negative 9 and 8. Negative 1. So these are the ones. So x minus 9 and x plus 8 equals 0. So we have x equal 9 or x equal negative 8. Okay. So here, the only number that applies here is 9. Factoring quadratic equations. Okay, if a is not equal to 1 in ax squared plus bx plus c and can be factored to 1. In the previous examples, we factorized it to be 1, We took a 4 as a common factor, but let's say we can't factorize it. Let's say here 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. There is no common factor between these three numbers. We can't factorize them whatever we do. So you will use the sandclub method. We have negative 3 and 2. You multiply them together, or the c and the a. So we have 2 multiply negative 3 is negative 6. Okay. So we will get the factors of negative 6, 6 and negative 1, negative 6 and positive 1, 2 and negative 3, negative 2 and 3, 6 and negative 1, they are 5, positive 5, not negative 5. Here negative 6 and 1, so this is the one we need. It's add up to give us the negative 5 here. So it's the same. We look at the factors of these numbers that add up to give us this number. So yes, it's exactly the same, but not exactly these numbers. This number, negative 3, no. It's the 2 multiply the negative 3. The a multiply the c. Okay, so we have it here, negative 6 plus 1. So we don't need to do all of these other factors. Okay, so we will get these numbers. You will write here the negative 6. You will write it here. And the negative 5. You will write it here. Then you will take the negative 6 over 2. Negative 6 is the first factor. You will divide it by 2. Remember, we multiply this 2 by 2. So you will divide it by 2. Then we'll take the two other factor here, the 1. We'll divide it by 2. So we have negative 6 over 2. It can be negative 3 over 1 and 1 over 2. So this here will be the coefficient of x. Let's see. We have 1x minus 3 and 2x. 2 here became the coefficient of x plus 1 equal to 0. So we can say x minus 3 and 2x plus 1 equal 0. So we have x minus 3 equals 0 or 2x plus 1 equals 0. So x is equal to 3 and here x is equal negative 1 over 2. So let's recap. We will multiply the 2 by the negative 3. It will give us negative 6. We'll put it here. Then we will look to the factors of negative 6 that will add up and give us the negative 5. This number here. Okay, we found that it's negative 6 and 1. So we will divide them by the a, or the 2 here. This 2, the coefficient of x squared. So the first one gave us negative 3 over 1, and the second one is 1 over 2. So this here will be the coefficient of x here. And this number will be as the previous, 1 is the coefficient of x, and 3 will be added, negative 3 will be added to x, and 1 will be added to x here. So that's it. Question 5. You have 2x minus 17x plus 36 equals 0. Okay, so let's see here. We have 2x minus 17x plus 36 equals 0. So you'll look here. You multiply these two numbers. That's true. The 2 and the 36. So they are 72. So the factors of 72. Let's see the factors of 72. That will give us the negative 17 here. So we have 72 and 1, negative 8 and negative 9, 8 and positive 9. Okay, 2 and 36 here, and the other factors. So let's calculate them. First one will give us 73, not negative 17. Second one will give us negative 17, so this is the one we need. We don't need to get all of the others. It's equal to negative 17 here. So it's negative 8 and negative 9. Okay, let's write it here. We have the 72. The 2 multiply the 36 here, and we need it to get negative 17. So we need two other numbers. Here, the 8 will divide it by 2, or the a, the coefficient of x squared, and the negative 9 will also be divided by 2 here. So it's negative 8 divided 2, it's negative 4 over 1. Negative 9 divided 2 can be simplified. So here we go. We have 1 minus 4 and 2x minus 9 equals 0. So we can say x minus 4, 2x minus 9 equals 0. So we can say x equal 4 and x equal 9 over 2. Question 6. What is the positive solution to the equation above? Okay, so they want the positive solution. So let's take 9 as a common factor here. 9, so we have 2x squared plus x minus 1 equals 0. So this is our equation here. We will work on this equation. Okay, so we have 2x plus x minus 1. The first step, we will multiply the 1 and the 2. So we'll have negative 2. The negative 1 and the 2. So we have negative 2. Then we will get the factors of negative 2. That will add up to give us 1, the coefficient of x here, negative 2 and 1. 2 and negative 1. So we have negative 1 here, not 1. Here we have 1. So this is our factors here. Then we write it here, negative 2. And here is 1. Then we have 2 over 2. Divided this 2 by this 2. And this negative 1 by this 2. So here is 1 over 1. Here negative 1 over 2. So we have 1x plus 1 plus multiply 2x minus 1 equals 0. So you have x plus 1 and 2x minus 1 equals 0. So here whether it's x equal negative 1 or x equal 1 over 2. So this is the positive solution to this equation. Difference between two squares. Say we have a squared minus b squared. It will be equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. You can check it by using the FOIL, a multiply a and b. They will add up to give you a squared minus b squared. Okay, let's take here an exercise, x squared minus 100. So we can say it's x squared minus 10 power 2. So it's the same as x minus 10 and x plus 10. Okay, exercise 25, x squared minus 9 y squared. We can say it's 5x squared minus 3y squared. So we can say here it's 5x minus 3y and 5x plus 3y. Question 7. If a plus b equal 14 and a minus b equal 56, what is the value of a minus b? Okay, let's say here we have a squared minus b squared equal a plus b and a minus b. This is the difference between two squares formula. Okay, so we have the value of a squared minus b squared and it's 56, and we have the value of a plus b and it's 14. So we have 56 equal 14 multiply a minus b. So a minus b will be equal to 56 divided 14. So a minus b is equal to 4. This is the answer. Question 8. We have 4x squared minus 9 equal px plus t and px minus t. Okay, in the equation above, p and t are constants. Which of the following could be the value of p? Okay, so we have 4x squared minus 9 equal px plus t and px minus t. Okay, let's break down the 4x squared minus 9. So we can say 4x squared minus 9. The 4 here is 2 power 2 and the 9 here is 3 power 2. So we have 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3. So the p here is equivalent to the 2 down there. So the answer is 2. Question 9. Which of the following is an equivalent form to the equation y equal x squared minus a? Okay, let's write it down here. Y equal x squared minus a. So the difference between t squared will be y equal x plus root a and y equal x minus root a. Why root a? Because a have no square root. If we take the square root of a, it will be square root of a. If it was a squared, it will be x plus a and x minus a. But a is not squared. So this is the only formula we can use here. So the answer is the second one here. Question 10. And pay attention because this one is a little bit tricky, okay? We have 1 over 3 x squared minus 2 equal 1 over 3 x minus k and x plus k. Okay, so let's write it down here. 1 over 3 x squared minus 6. Why is it written like that? Because I took 1 over 3 as a common factor here. So it's 1 over 3 x squared, so 1 over 3 will be taken as a common factor, so it will be x squared. When we take 1 over 3 as a common factor from the 2, as if we are dividing 2 by 1 over 3. 2 divided 1 over 3, it's like 2 multiply 3, so it's 6. So we have 1 over 3 x squared minus 6. So to take the difference between the two squares here, x squared will be x minus square root of 6 and x squared plus the square root of 6. So the value of k, they say x minus k and x plus k. The k here is equivalent to the square root of 6. That's it for today. This part is just for fun. Feel free to close the video if you want.